Hello everyone, we are decluttering this drawer. This drawer looks so boring. We've got some palettes, face palettes, highlighters, some other palettes in here. Then we're also going to do all of my bronzers. Let me fix the lighting. All of my bronzers. We've got powder bronzers, cream bronzers, and liquids. We've also got highlighters in here. So many highlighters. Oh, I can't even show you at the back. I'll adjust my camera when we actually do this drawer, but there's heaps at the back there too. And then, you won't be able to see this properly with this angle either, but we've got so many blushes and actually more up here as well. So we're gonna do all of this today. And I have to say, I bet that there's not actually gonna be a whole lot of decluttering happening. I feel like this is gonna be a very big like organization video. We will get rid of some really old ones. But other than that, yeah, we're just gonna tidy this up, reorganize it. There's some stuff I want to change around since organizing this the first time. Change the system a little bit because there's some things I'm finding I'm not reaching for, so I just think I need to move things around a little bit. If you missed it, my previous declutter was my foundations, which is this drawer up here. You can go check that out. I'll link that below. For now, I think we'll just start with this top drawer here because I never go in here, so we need to make some changes. So straight away though, I am going to say I'm going to declutter this Tarte palette. I don't know what it is about it, but oh, I can't even open it. I could never get it to work for me. I used it in a couple of videos trying to get it to work and I don't know, it's just not my vibe. So we'll give that to a friend probably. So one thing I don't like about this drawer is this. I mean, it looks tidy, it looks good, but I don't think I have once reached in here for makeup. I so prefer everything just laying down now. I used to have everything standing up like this at my old house, but honestly, I like this. I find this more inspiring. Like I would be more inclined to like reach for things that I can see like that. But also I do want to get these off of like the drawer because I don't want any powder to spill out and ruin my drawers. So first off, I'm just going to move all of these and I might go through and actually declutter some of this because there's like a lot of things that I just do not use. I typically seem to go for like single products rather than the palettes lately. And that's weird because I actually love palettes and I used to always reach for palettes over singles. So I don't know, I just really want to reach into some of these again. And some of the stuff I'm keeping today is 100% discontinued and expired. But I'm going to be keeping a lot of things. Like you guys know some of my holy grail products they don't make anymore. Like at the end of the day, I've just got to keep them, okay? It's the kind of stuff I use all the time in real life. Sometimes I use it on camera and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be using this in videos because it is discontinued. But at the same time, you know, there's just so many things I love that I've gotten rid of. I hate it. Okay, we're gonna put in some more big trays like this. Oh gosh, I don't even have the right sized ones. Ugh. I'm not gonna have the right dividers. I need a square one and a long one. Might just have to do this. No, these never rip funny. Maybe I just do some small containers like this in case there's any like singles or like small palettes. I don't know, I'm just gonna move these onto the floor for a second. Any long ones for at the back. I stole one out of my new stuff drawer because that needs to be completely reorganized anyways. All right. So now we have obviously like a lining all over the bottom of the drawer. I'm going to, I think, just take out everything and I'm just going to talk you through like what I'm going to keep. Can you believe that in my last declutter, someone was hating the fast forward? They were like, why have you fast forwarded? I was like, dude, that's like the premise of my declutters. Oh my God, what's happening to the color? I was like, people love the fast forward. What do you mean? So there will be fast forward sounds in this video, but right now, because it's like kind of big things, we're just gonna like pop stuff in. I don't know, I might fast forward some of it. Alright, so starting with the palettes, we have OPV Beauty Born to Shine. This is so pretty. This is like a blush palette here. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you can still get it. Like I said, you know, this video, I'm not really worried about what's discontinued and what's not, if it's something I really like or if it's something that's quite unique in my collection. So this will be staying. Maybe I can divide these into like highlighter palettes and blush palettes, or like highlighting contour. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Because I only have a couple of really proper contour palettes, so I don't know, maybe we'll put that over there. This one's so old. I think you can still buy the mini one, like the Pro Glow To Go by Tarte. This one I think is gone, but at the same time, like, once again, it's something that I still use. It still works fine, even though it's so old. I should probably just like buy a new contour palette, but that's just like a ride or die. This is probably discontinued also. I might declutter this one because I don't reach for that. And I just don't use a lot of highlighters, so I feel like I need to cut back my highlighters a little bit. In saying that though, I do feel like highlighters are 100% gonna make a comeback soon, because we kind of haven't been using shimmery highlighters for a while, have we? This is stunning and I have not used it much yet, so that's staying. These are underrated, the Pro palettes by Ofra. They are stunning. I swear I've got hair everywhere. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, they look quite boring, but honestly, the formula is just unreal. Blush Aesthetic by Laura. Once again, I might just, you know what? I love this though, but I don't want to keep every blush palette. This is the Diamond and Blush by Natasha Denona. These are always so stunning, but I never reach for them, like ever. And I do have a new one in my first impressions to try, like in my new stuff drawer, so we'll declutter that one for now. I've got my Diamond Baby palettes, Bake So Beauty. I don't even know if we have any of these left on the website. If we do, there won't be many, but obviously I need to keep these. I've actually got multiple of different samples. Nakia Joy's Illuminate, which is stunning as well, but I do think I will declutter. We've got a bronzer palette here, stunning. Have not used it enough yet, but I did like that when I did use it. I feel like this is a better system, although we don't have many highlighter palettes, do we? This Cleo blush palette is beautiful, but we'll declutter that too. This Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip palette. I want to use this some more. This is broken, sadly, because that color is stunning. This is the Revlon Draping palette. Don't know if they still make this, but it was so pretty. Oh, this is an eyeliner palette. I forgot I had this. This is a water-activated eyeliner palette, and I really liked that, but at the end of the day, I use other ones. So I'll probably just give this to a friend. Now everything else is pretty much singles, like single highlighters. Oh, this is tricky. Maybe I should actually put the blush palettes with the blushes, put the bronzer palettes with the bronzers, and put the highlighter palettes with the highlighters, because I feel like I'll actually use them more that way. You know what I mean? I have so many highlighters right next to me. Let's declutter all of my highlighters and then we'll figure out how to assemble. So these are highlighters, these are all highlighters, these are all highlighters, and then all at the back are highlighters. So what I'm gonna do is actually just pop in the highlighters, because these all fit. If I just do a little swap around, and then I've got heaps on the floor too. But what I'm going to do is go through these, okay? Let's move these out of the way as well. Those are bronzers. And I think I'll do highlighters in this drawer. I'll do bronzers in this drawer, and then I'll do blushes in the blush drawer that we already have set up. So now we've got to go through. Oh my gosh, okay. Let me just take them all out actually. Okay, I think I've got most of the powder highlighters in this like container. So I'm just gonna filter through some of these and declutter. Oh my gosh, my original XO Beauty highlighters. I should probably declutter these and like grab some new ones, because these ones are like some of the originals. These are amazing. They're so brightening. Like, they're not a shimmery highlighter. In fact, I should really push these more at the moment because they pop off with like current trends. They just literally give you like a glow from within. Look at that. The lighting is kind of bad, but you get the drift. Oh, now I don't want to get rid of them. I haven't used these in so long. But people that love these, love these. Screw it. We'll keep it for now. This is like a tough declutter for me, because genuinely, like, highlighters to me, like, they're just so pretty looking and I don't want to get rid of them. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this one here I would not use very often because it's like kind of pale. Ofra Sparklights Topper. Oh my god, that looks so pretty. Wow. So it's like a shimmer glitter. Oh my gosh. Can you see that just on the, I don't even know. The lighting is always tricky in this bottom drawer because I've got my lights set up, but we're like on the floor. Oh, I love this. The Master Chrome in the shade Molten Rose Gold. Jouer? Is Jouer still a brand? I can never remember. Look how beautiful that is. I might declutter these ones. Oh, they're so pretty though. But I feel like surely those are discontinued. Don't know. Just making things up now. Love this. Don't even care if you can't get it anymore. These Clio Prism and Prism Airs, they are just to die for. Like, Clio is such a good brand for highlighters. It's K-Beauty and they are so pretty. Got one Vive highlighter. I bought this ages ago and it's so pretty. It's called Bijou. I don't know how to say that word. That one's nice. We've got Beauty Bible. I'm gonna keep those because I haven't tried all of them yet. Gosh, how cool is that color? It's like a lilac. Gotta keep that. I'm gonna keep all of these ColourPop ones. What's that beauty? Oh, so pretty. Look how unique this is. Oh, the Wet n Wild, a classic. And then in here we have more like highlight palettes, right? So this is so fun. This ColourPop one, it's probably not around anymore, but it's just got some really fun colors, which is good for when I'm doing like a creative look or something like that. I'm trying to decide if I want to put these in like in here or if I want to put them at the back in the palettes area. They fit so nicely here though. I've got another one too, which is like fun on deeper skin tones, but also just for like creative makeup. The Huda Beauty ones as well, which are a bit of fun. I forgot I had these for my full face of Huda Beauty video. This Choose Your Glow by Essence. I actually really liked this, but it's so hard to get. I feel like Essence is really hard for a lot of people around the world to get, so we'll give that to a friend. Contour palette, so we'll put that aside. Oh my gosh, an old trusty. I doubt you can still get this either, but you know what? It's staying because that's how much I love it. Another old trusty. I can never find it in myself to like declutter this Tom Ford palette. I've literally had this for probably like 8 years. It is so expired, but I don't know. I just keep it for the memories. Hourglass Cream palette. I forgot I had this. I think I'll declutter it. I don't know. I get a bit more sus about cream products that are really old rather than powders. Don't ask me why. We've got some Pat McGrath. What is this? The Sublime Skin Highlighting Highlighter Palette. I've barely touched this. In fact, I don't know if I've ever used this, so maybe, yeah, look, it's still got the friggin' plastic. It's probably gone as well, probably decluttered. I actually have, I know I'm saying like, oh, this is probably decluttered, that's probably decluttered, and you're probably thinking, do you have anything new? I've got so many new bronzers, blushes, not so many highlights. I feel like highlighters haven't been a big thing coming out. But I have so many new things in my new stuff drawer, which I'm working my way through. So, you know, the next time I do a declutter, you're gonna see a lot more new stuff. It's just that I want to use them in videos and stuff first before I put them in this drawer for them to get lost forever. You'll probably see more new blushes rather than bronzers and highlighters. I recently brought so many new bronzers because of this like reason. I was like, I need some new ones. So many of the ones I use are just so old and like probably discontinued. This is the Super Glow in Fair. I don't even know if she makes this anymore. She's launched the new High Glam one, so I might give that to a friend. I've got the High Glam one to try in one of my first impressions coming up. And we have a whole like area still to fill up. This drawer is taking me so much longer than I thought it would. I'm spending so much time doing this. But that's okay. Let's whip through all of the liquids and creams and then we can move on to the bronzers. Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to reorganize these. I'll declutter anything that sticks out, but other than that, I'll just do this fast. I have more of these like sticks from Shaaanxo somewhere. They are so pretty. Where can you see? Like, look. They are so lightweight. They're like a creamy balm. Oh my gosh. I don't know where the rest are. They might be in the blush drawer. So we might have to reorganize more of this soon. These colors right now, I just want to like slather all over my face. Like, oh, I'm feeling inspired right now. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna just reach in here and declutter a couple of things. These Mary Jumanizers, these are really old and I never reach for them. What is the Stila Kitten Highlighter? Oh my god, it's like brand new. Look, I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh, I used to love this, the Revlon Endless Glow. It's very old though, we'll get rid of that. Dewy Sticks by Ciate. The packaging is beautiful, but we'll get rid of them. I'm gonna keep the Anastasia's. I wanna keep this Rare Beauty because I've barely used it. I don't know, maybe we'll keep the Kylie for now. Got some Danessa Myrex, like the little ones. I've got more of these in my new stuff drawer. We've got like the big illuminating veils. I don't know if she still makes those, but I'm gonna keep them. Got some liquids in here. I don't know how like, I don't know, aesthetic this looks. How unreal is this color? This is called Venus by Ofra. So cool. So here's how we are looking for the highlighters. I'm happy with this. I feel like this makes more sense now to have the palettes with, you know, the products, because then I might just grab that rather than a single. Now we'll do the same for the bronzer drawer and we'll put the bronzers in. Now I don't love the long trays in here. I'm gonna just switch out the trays from my palette drawer because then I can buy some more for when we do our palette declutter. This is a highlighter in this drawer by MAC. So I'll just pop her away. Right, so I usually have my bronzers organized by creams, powders, liquids, shimmer, and mattes, because you guys know I have a time and a place for a shimmer and I have a time and a place for a matte. So I like to keep them separated, but over time they did get a little bit messed up. I need another little tray like this one for up there. Whatever. I can see in here I've got some creams. I'm just going to start popping stuff in and we'll just see where this goes. This looks like another one of those highlighters, it sure is. What about this? No, that's bronzer. I'm going to declutter these because the packaging just annoys me. I hate how huge they are. And look, the Charlotte Tilbury, it's in the same boat. Why do I hate packaging that's so big like this? Is anyone else like me? But the only thing I will accept is the baked body frosting. This stuff slaps. I will use this till the day I die. I love this on my chest when I need to like even out my feet tan. It is the best thing in the world. That I will never declutter. I don't care. I don't even care. No, I do care if it, I was gonna say, I don't even care if it gets like mold on it, but no, that's a bit too far. That's a blatant lie. I'd repurchase it. Anyway, I just feel like this was such a waste of my money because I just, like the product's fine. I hate the way it looks. Like, why am I like this? I don't know. Because I'll happily have like a bronzer palette that's big, but just a single bronzer that's big, it just pisses me off. I don't know. I can't explain it. Please tell me I'm not alone. I'm gonna put these in like the matte section, even though they're kind of glowy. They're like natural, you know, whereas like some of these other ones are proper shimmer. Ooh, another little palette. I'm gonna declutter this because it's like a limited edition, so you won't be able to get it anymore anyways. This is just that old right now that I think I should declutter it. We talked about these powders in my last video as well. Man, I still love this stuff. I found another small bin to put it back. So we've got the liquids here, some of my favorites. I haven't actually used the Tarte a lot, so I want to use it some more, but some of my favorites, definitely the Charlotte Tilbury, the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I've got like a shimmery one and a like more matte one here. And then also the Instant Contours from Emco. These are unreal. So those are all in there like that. And I've kind of like mixed everything up, as you can see. Like I've got some liquids over here, some over here. I've completely separated the glowy bronzers from the matte ones, just so that hopefully when I'm putting them back, like I think about it a bit more, because before they were right next to each other, so they'd just get a bit muddled. And then we've got some like creams here as well. So it's like liquids and creams are like speckled, hopefully just to make me like look around the drawer way more rather than looking in one specific area. That's how I tend to work. Like that's how my brain works. So got our palettes. Now I'll just tidy this up and then I think we're pretty much done in here. And I do not mind this being a bit of a mess either, in terms of like, you know, having just like the cluttered look. It actually makes me more inspired. I've said that once and I'll say it again. I tend to use a wider variety of products when they're like this, rather than them all lined up perfectly. Like even these highlighters, I'll probably not actually go through these properly, but it looks aesthetic, you know, that looks really pretty. However, with my bronzers, I will reach for a different one all the time if they're like this, because I'll like see the packaging and just grab it. Do you know what I mean? It may not make sense to everyone, but it makes sense to me. I'll just flatten them out a little bit so that I can kind of see. Yeah, that's cool. So I've got some like Too Faced, House Labs, Benefit, Physicians Formula, Makeup by Mario, Tarte NARS, Mecca, like just a good variety here. More Tarte. And then back here, this is kind of ugly. Let's fix this. Still kind of ugly, but much better. At least I can see everything now. Everything's in the right place. And like I said, there's not much decluttering to be hidden here, because they're either like new bronzers that I've bought. I have bought like new MAC ones, Mecca ones, and some others. But like the newest one I've brought is probably the House Labs. So she's in here. Some of the Makeup by Mario ones are like newer on the spectrum, but I've still had them for friggin' ages. But there's so many like ancient ones in here, like my beloved Mecca Max Sunlit Skin Bronzer. This is so pretty. I don't know if they still make it. Oh, I'll never get rid of it. And my like Nabla and my Glowish, which are about to be discontinued apparently. People were saying on my Hooded Beauty video. What else? We've got like my Holy Grail Too Faced bronzer. Where's my Hourglass one? I literally put it away before. It might be in my blush drawer. So yeah, there's lots of old ones in here, like my Hoola, but this has my name on it, you know? Like, how am I supposed to get rid of this right now when it's got my name on it? I don't even reach for this color very often, but like my caramel, the caramel Hoola is like one of my holy grails. I love it so much. So yes, not very exciting, but some tried and true favorites are in here, and I guess like it's kind of more realistic. Like some of you guys will also have like the products in here as well, rather than it just being all new stuff, you know. But I am still going to try some new bronzers because I just love bronzer. It's one of my favorite makeup steps. So we'll try out some new ones and see if anything compares to my old tried and true favorites, because I just feel like, I don't know, bronzers from like 5, 4, 3 years ago like slapped, man, they slapped. And now, I don't know, just feel like you don't see bronzers very often, even though it's like one of the best steps of makeup. Time to take on the blush drawers. I've actually got 2 drawers for blush, so I don't know what we're gonna do here. See, there's all sorts of random stuff in here. We'll go through it as we go through it. Oh my goodness, we're just gonna have to take out everything and kind of start fresh, I think. There are definitely a few things in here in like the wrong drawer. Like this is a contour here. So I'm just gonna like pop everything aside, and at the end I'll pop anything in these drawers that needs to go back in the other drawers, so we're not switching and swapping. Like this is a highlighter. This is a brow gel. We need to sort this drawer out in a future declutter. Since I have so many like almost complete collections in here, I might organize the blushes by like collection as well, like a bit nicer rather than all mumble jumbled like the bronzers. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to like roll with it and see what happens. I thought I had one more of these trays and that annoys me. Like I do, but they're under all my lipsticks and lip liners and it's just not gonna work. More of the Natasha Denona. Look how beautiful this is, but like I'm just not gonna use it. Do I put all my cream blushes up here and powders down below? I mean, I don't know. I totally have more of these somewhere. Okay, bronzer shades. Oh, that's a Patrick Tart bronzer. I didn't even know I had one of them. I mean, I must know I had one of them, but I forgot about it. More bronzers. I knew I had more bronzers. Okay, I'm gonna start putting away some powders because like it's hard to figure out what's what right now. Oh, this is one of my new house labs. This is actually a highlighter, but it's like a blushy highlighter. So I'm gonna put it in the blush drawer because I'd use it more like a blush topper rather than a highlighter, if that makes sense. I really want to get some of the house labs highlighters though. Oh no, blushes, sorry though. They look so nice. I don't know if you can see that, but oh, that's the swatch just there. How stunning this color is. I need to use colors like this every now and then. Oh my gosh, these are ancient. Like, do you guys remember when I used to use these all the time, the Clinique Pop blushes? These ones still look all good. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to keep them. Let's just see. And like Luminoso, this is probably so old as well. I think I did repurchase it at some point. So like, you know, I've owned a few of them in my life, but that's a good one. These Jelly Dough blushes by Holika Holika. These are like a really cool texture. They work well on top of powder or just on top of like creams. And they're kind of like those MAC, like, what are they called? I'll come across them soon. Oh, these ones, the Glow Play, very similar kind of texture. These are really good too if you have a lot of texture, but you still want to experiment with like creamy products that typically show up your texture. Like these ones are kind of like, I don't know, blurring. Really good. Hopefully you can still get those. So I'm probably gonna put these down with the powders just because like I kind of use them like a powder. See, these are gonna be discontinued soon too. The Glowish. I might get rid of my Glowish ones. I don't use these as much as the bronzers and stuff. My most used blushes, of course, are the XO Beauty ones. Maybe I'll put them at the back since, you know, I always reach for them. I'll put them further away from me to encourage me to use like others. Oh my gosh, some of them are so dirty, I'm sorry. You can tell like I've been carting them around in my makeup bag and stuff. Another little palette, which has like got some really fun oranges. That's why I wanted to keep this one because it's like something different. It's called the Sunset Dreams Midi palette. I have like the randomest collection of blushes, I swear. Like I don't even know what to like. I don't even know. I don't know how to collect or like organize them at this point. This is a highlighter, isn't it? Oh no. It's a limited edition blush. It's just got the same packaging as the Dior highlighters. I've barely used this. It won't even be available anymore. Like that would have been a limited edition, but I don't know. We'll keep it for now. Look, this one's ancient. Peach Pop. Does it still have pigment? Yep. That's a bronzer version. Some pretty like limited edition ColourPop ones. I'm just gonna pop at the back. Oh, I've got some cushion blushes as well, which are technically like liquids, I guess. Patrick Avatar blush. I love this. I always want to buy more shades, but I swear they're sold out in New Zealand like every single time I place an order. I'm going to declutter my Charlotte Tilbury blushes because I just never reach for these. Oh my gosh, I want to get the new formulation of the NARS blushes. I don't know what happened, but this packaging went so gross and sticky. Oh, these Prismere blushes by Cleo. Once again, stunning, like dewy blushes, or like shiny kind of blushes. This is such a nice color. This is called Laura Mercier Bellini. I feel like this always scrapes through and I never use it, but we'll see. More glowish, I'll declutter. I've got some Benefit blushes that I just never reach for that are in like, oh my god, that's broken. Are you shitting me? I'm going to declutter just, I don't know, some of the ones that I can't see. I'm going to keep the Mario one though because I really like these, but like this annoys me how I can't see the color. I know I love them. I want to use this. I haven't even used it yet. I just wish with blushes, like you could always just see the colors. It's so much more convenient. Like this is annoying, right? You can't see it. I'm going to get rid of it. I reckon that's why I never reach for it. A couple of cream Colourpop blushes here. I might just give those to someone. I think these were for like the Valentine's Day collection. So there is powders and palettes and some cushion ones, etc. Now let's continue to sort this out. Got a couple of these blushes by made by Mitchell in my new stuff drawer too, so I'll pop those in whenever I get to them. These are all like creams and liquids in here. Various brands. We got a couple of Ofra ones in here. Oops, I've got another Benefit. I'm scared to open this. Okay. I'm decluttering it though. Oh, some of these? No, I think this is the only liquid one. I think these ones are all powders, but this one's, well, it's like a balm texture. I don't know. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I feel like it's more functional now. And I'm glad we have kind of spread out the blushes over this drawer and this drawer. So we have Cleo, we've got some Nabla, we've got XO Beauty, Colourpop, Clinique, which I should probably declutter, but I don't want to. A couple of MAC ones. I decluttered so many blushes like last time we did a big blush declutter. Like a lot of my NARS, a lot of my MAC, like we did a huge one in my old room, you know, a couple of years ago we got rid of like most of the stuff. I kind of just kept some of my like favorites, and I do think these three were like new shades. I mean, look at this packaging compared to those. Like that's like old, and it definitely will be expired, but I also just have this weird connection to it. It's just one of those things. I love my She Glam Care Bear blushes. They're so cute and really pigmented and just beautiful colors. Yeah, we've just got a bunch of random things in here. This Ofra one looks really pretty for like a shimmery blush that I want to use more. It's whatever. Some of these are like definitely discontinued or limited edition, but just shades I love. Things that bring me joy. Once again, a friendly reminder, you do not need this much makeup. Nobody in the world needs this much makeup. I have this much makeup because it is my job to try new makeup, show you new makeup, help you guys make informed choices on what to try, what to buy, hopefully meaning that you guys buy less crap that just sits in your drawer unused. Of course, it's okay to collect makeup if that's what you want to do, but some people get upset with the fact that I have a lot of makeup. It's my job. It's my job, it's my hobby, it's my passion. Love it or leave it. Now let's just quickly go ahead. Oh, another blush. We'll go ahead and just put away the other things I found. The cream contour, you can't even see. Added another cream contour back here. That's just annoying how it doesn't line up, whatever. Another like liquid highlighter thing. This one's actually discontinued now, but I love it. Is this matte or glowy? It's kind of matte. I might actually put this over here. Cool bronze and deep bronze. What's this one? Cool bronze. Okay, we'll declutter a cool bronze. I've got two of those. Right, what do you guys think? We've got that many friggin' new ones. you'll see these in first impressions coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it was relaxing. Thank you guys for always coming back to my declutters. I know a lot of you find peace in them, which is so cool. And yeah, love you guys. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye bye.